Hello, Nomads, and welcome to our catch-up episode for February of 2024. I am your host for this month's catch-up. My name is Eric, and I have with me a couple of gamers here. I have Brandon.
Player number 2 has joined the conversation.
And I have Dave.
Hello and good evening to you all.
Good evening
Hey, it could be
to
morning.
you
You don't know.
Could be.
as well.
It's morning now. It's evening now, though.
Yeah, we're here to talk about what we've been playing, watching, whatevering over the past month or so. It's the end of February. It's a leap year. It's a special day in February this
Leap
year.
day, yeah.
Leap day. The 29th.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah, so.
Oh yeah. Duh.
Yep, February 29th.
Oh,
only comes once every 4 years. So that's fun. It's a fun little, I don't know. It's a special day to record.
Our first leap pod.
That's true. Our first leap pod. Our first leap day pod. So, yeah. This will be one to remember, so we better make it a good one.
Okay.
Oh, you'll remember this one.
Before we get into it, I don't do we usually do this on catch-ups? Dave, the schedule? Do we usually do the schedule on catch-ups?
Yeah, we could do a little bit of schedule.
I mean, why not, right? Tell the folks what's coming up.
Dave, you got to look this up.
I do have to look
It's
it up,
obscure
just so I
video
can make
games.
sure.
Just look at our website. Look at our website.
Obscure Star Wars stories, yes, is next week. We'll be finding like the weirdest, strangest, most random, unique, dumb facts that we can possibly find.
I think I have one. I have one in mind. I have a couple that I'm toying with, so that should be a fun episode.
Yeah, we have to get a checklist going so we don't.
I found an awesome one. I was like, I never would have thought of this character, but oh my god, I fell into it. So I've got a really good one. Wait, are you saying we don't share?
No, I want this to be. I kind of want this to be a surprise.
I just don't want us to do the same ones.
I can't imagine we will. We can just say like the first letter it starts with, or like something dumb like that.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
A certain Rhodian,
or like what movie it's from, or what extended universe thing it's from. So yeah, I do want it to be a surprise because I want it to be like a learning
Maybe we
session.
can guess it. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I agree. Nice. I'm excited for that one.
History, a Star Wars history lesson. Apparently, I just saw this the other day. They're writing a Star Wars history book. Like a historian is writing a Star Wars history book of like the Empire, like of the in universe. So it's like an in universe history book of like the entire reign of the Empire.
Right.
So that
put it up on the
Cool.
HoloWeb.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
HoloNet. I forget what they call the internet in Star Wars.
Even if you're not into Star Wars, when we stumble upon like one of these characters, we were looking. I'm like, this is ridiculous,
right?
And it's just funny that they spend so much time building the background story to characters that have like 3 seconds of time.
That's
on
what
screen.
makes the universe more rich, though. I already got my Star Wars. I'm ready to talk about it. I got my Star Wars shirt on and everything.
Right.
No, this should be a fun episode. Yep.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that one. A couple weeks after that, we're gonna be getting into the year of Bruce. Watching Looper.
Ooh, Looper is coming up. Okay,
Looper's good, man.
Right.
Excited. It's over 10 years old, so
yeah,
I think it's aged. So it's time to see if it's aged well. I guess.
I don't think I've seen it since I saw it like initially.
Same.
When it came out.
Same.
So I am interested to see how it holds up.
Yeah.
You don't see too much. Well, Joseph Gordon we've covered a couple times. He was in Sin City, I believe, or he might have been in the remake or the new Sin City. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, the new, yeah, right. Yep.
Which was pretty interesting. I watched a little bit of that one too, but that's
not
what we'll be talking about.
Yeah. Year of Bruce. That's right. We have just to shout that out. That's something we're doing in honor of Bruce Willis as he's dealing with what he's dealing with. So this is just our way of saying thanks. And we've already done some of his movies already just before this year. But this year we did Sin City. It's going to be Looper.
I would like to do Unbreakable too, because that's
absolutely
a great movie.
It's a great movie.
It's been out for a while too. I haven't seen that in ages. So
It came out in
I'd argue
2000,
it's one of the
I
best
think.
superhero movies.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, it's nice to appreciate Bruce though, because he's kind of gone quiet with his, it's the state that he's in. So
Yeah.
he's not making any public appearances. It's good to get out there and appreciate him while he's still here. Not that he's ever gonna hear this. Maybe he ever will, but thanks, Bruce.
We'll send it to him. Year of Bruce. We'll compile all of our episodes that we did on Bruce
It'll
Willis
bring
movies.
a single tear to his bald eye. No, that's all we got it for the month though. Well, and then we'll hit the end of March and we'll catch up and see what else we've been doing. So
sweet.
Back to you.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Dave. Yeah, we'll get right into it. Who wants to go first on the round table? I feel like it's tradition.
I'll go first.
Yeah, Brandon. I was gonna say, Brandon, you go first.
You're gonna complain about something.
Because I'm gonna bitch
Are you gonna bitch about something?
No. I just randomly saw this video game called Kena. It's a PlayStation game.
Yep.
I think it's also on PC.
Kena?
Have you played this game?
Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Kena Bridge of.
So I know what this game is. It looked beautiful, and I played about the opening 5 or 10 minutes of it, and I haven't gone back since.
It's a lot to take in that opening 5 because it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks like a I don't know, Pixar or
it does, yeah.
Very
well animated.
Any of those kind of animated games. It just looks like an animated movie. And it's got these cute little characters and stuff like that, but it's like a Souls-like game. So it's third person. And what's interesting, it's developed and published by Ember Labs, who are known for just making like commercials and ads. And then they just said, "Hey, fuck it. We have the ability to make a video game. Let's do it." So they go to Sony, and I guess Sony probably helped fund them because they got an exclusive right to make the game with Sony's help. But his two brothers, Mike Greer and Josh Greer, they're brothers, and they wrote and made this game and produced this game.
Well, that's
from
awesome.
A little team, and then they got like up to 15 people to make this game, and I'm like, damn. So it's about a 10-hour game, and I just played 2 hours of it today.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like pumped that it's only 10 hours because I can finish a 10-hour game and not have to stretch it out. I could probably beat this in like a few days, knowing it's that short. When I know it's short, I'll put more time into it. If it's like
agreed.
Yeah, when it's like 20 plus, I'm like, maybe I'll just dabble this at night. I'll make it longer than it needs to be, but if it's short, I could just get that story and get out. So. But it has good reviews.
With you. Yeah. What are you playing it on? PS4?
PS4.
Okay. I thought for some reason I thought it was only for PS5.
I did too. I'm at my local library, and there it is. I go, hey, there's that game. I didn't know it was on PS4. Boink. So I took it, man.
Fucking library. Okay. There's a never-ending supply of video games.
It's funny. Yeah, I know. They surprised me. I know.
Especially a game like that. Like it's kind of obscure. It's not like a mainstream AAA game or anything.
It's a AA game.
It's very kid friendly though. Like it's got that.
There's some. I think there's some like more dark shit in that game though. That's what I've heard, anyways.
The bosses in the second half are supposed to pick up and get pretty intense, but I like the mechanics. There's this cool thing where you find these little black, like they look like little minions. There's just little shits that like kind of follow you around, and they're called rots, ROTS. And everything around you is like this beautiful forested area. It just looks like you're in this beautiful woods. And the monsters you fight are like they're red and they kind of look warped and gnarled and mean. And you can control these little black guys. And they'll turn into like a gel, and like so you'll be fighting like Souls like game, you're rolling and you're heavy attack, light attack, jump and all that stuff. But you can also manipulate these little guys into like I said, a ball or an orb like thing, and you can use them to move around. So you're kind of moving two characters at the same time while you're fighting. It can get pretty intense, and there's like these boss fights. So the difficulty ramps up, but thank God this is one of those games that has like 5 ways to play it, and there's like story mode, light, medium, hard, advanced. I just went with a light, story mode if I really want to crush through it, but
way to go.
Yeah,
you'll be good.
Yeah, good game. Glad I finally got a chance to play it.
I was interested, like I said, I started it up and I just love the look of it. It does look like a Pixar movie or like an animated movie, especially on the PlayStation 5. Like it's absolutely
PS5 is like
beautiful game.
60 frames and
yeah. So I'd be interested to play it, especially knowing that it's a bit on the shorter side. I'm 100% with you, especially these days. So limited on time. Like a shorter game is much more appealing to me than starting up a 100-hour Baldur's Gate or something. Which Baldur's Gate, I'm still I haven't played it in a while, but I'm not done with it. That's for sure. Yeah, it's just waiting.
Hey, I'm like that with Zelda's game. Like
Tears of the Kingdom. I still haven't finished either, man.
Tears of the Kingdom,
tough, dude. Too many good games coming out days.
There's a lot out there.
Speaking of good games, I have a game that I am enjoying a lot lately. Dave, I think you got a taste of it when I was streaming it on Twitch on Friday. But this is Balatro.
Yeah, that's right.
Balatro.
Yes, tell me about some Balatro.
Yes, I will tell you about Balatro.
Refresh me. The game. It was so wild. I couldn't. Yeah, I've never heard of a game like this.
Actually, in the video version, I got the B-roll of my stream up from Friday in the background. So if you're watching the video version, you can see that. But Balatro is a poker roguelike deck builder. So it's got all the, at face value, it seems like just it's a poker game. You're making poker hands to get chips to basically beat. They call them and they're rounds, but each round consists of three, or each ante. They call them antes, which are like the levels. So each ante consists of 3 rounds, and then so there's a small blind, a large blind, and then the boss blind. So you have so you have to earn enough, play these poker hands to earn enough chips to beat the blinds, and then when you beat all 3, you go up to the next ante. So again, at face value, you're starting out playing your basic poker hands, full house, straights, flushes, all that stuff. But then the deck building part of it comes in. So you can manipulate your deck to, make sure that you get certain hands that you're building your deck around. So say, you get these card packs of like standard playing cards, and some of them might be buffed where it's a wild card, so you can use it as any suit. Or it's like it's a stone card, which basically just you can play it in any hand and it'll give you plus 50 chips. You can make them steel cards and that'll give you like a 1.5 multiplier. So there's all these ways that you can enhance your deck to make your poker hands stronger. Yeah. And then the main hook,
that is interesting.
The main hook is the concept of these jokers. So I think there's 150 Joker cards in total to like discover and unlock. And each of these Joker cards, at basic, you have 5 Joker slots, but you can upgrade your slots, get more slots. But each of these Jokers has a special ability, and whether that is like ×4 multiplier on the amount of chips in the hand that you play, or like some of them will give you multipliers on, if your scoring hand contains a specific suit. So if you're playing like all hearts, you can get like a ×4 multiplier on every single heart that you play, and like there's all these different combinations that you can build your deck around. So you end up building your deck around specific poker hands. So say like you fill your deck. You can destroy cards also with they call them Arcana cards, which basically let you modify cards or get rid of cards in your deck. And they, if say you wanted only a deck of hearts and you're gonna, buff flushes and hearts, you want to get rid of all the other suits in your deck and only leave hearts in your deck. So you can,
burn those. Okay.
Yep. So you can manipulate your deck and build your deck around, how you want to, your play style. So it's really cool. It's really addicting. It's really snappy, and it's a roguelike too. So in the first level, I haven't beaten a run yet. I've gotten to the last boss blind twice.
You die and you start all the way back.
You start at the beginning. So there's 8 antes in the first round, but once you beat it once, I think it keeps going up, because I've seen people with runs where like the boss blind is like 7 million chips, and I haven't even gotten to that point yet. Like the final boss blind for me I've seen is like 100,000 chips that you have to beat. So like this game goes insane. And it's crazy. I'm still trying to work out the intricacies and figuring out which decks are the best, which jokers I should look for, but it's fun. It's really
I didn't
good.
know that this was out on so many different places. I thought this was just like a Steam game.
It's
out on Xbox, PlayStation.
It's out on everything. Switch. I'll tell you, it's the perfect handheld game. I'm playing on Steam Deck. Has touchscreen support. Perfect for touchscreen.
Right.
Like I tried
Makes sense.
When I was streaming it, I was playing it with a controller, and it feels a lot more clunky using a controller. When you're trying to select the cards you want. And there was a couple times where I made a mistake and I accidentally discarded my hand instead of playing my hand, which fucked me over a couple times. So doing the touchscreen where you can just tap the cards, hit play, like it works so good, and it's like perfect.
Right.
Perfect Steam Deck game, perfect Switch game. It's not on phone yet, but
or tablet. Okay.
But if you get a Switch,
$15 though,
dude. Yeah.
Switch.
If you get your Switch, and you don't even need the Joy-Cons. Take the Joy-Cons off, just use the touchscreen. It's basically the size of a phone. You could just have it in your pocket and plug it. Dude, it's cool. It's really good. It's addicting.
I may be downloading this after this podcast. Okay.
But the it's dangerous too, because like I'll be playing it in bed, just fucking tapping away, and then like 2 hours have gone by, and I'm like, shit, I need to go to bed.
Damn.
It's one of those games where it does the perfect roguelike thing of like you lose a run, but then you're like, all right, I got to do one more run just to see if I can do better that time.
Right.
It's like that hook that keeps you wanting to do more and more runs is what makes it so good, just because there's so many different things to discover, and there's decks you're unlocking, there's jokers you're unlocking,
right.
But yeah, it's good. It's a great wind down game at the end of the night. And it's the perfect game where you could have it, in your lap on your Switch or Steam Deck, and you're like watching a show or something. Because you don't need to, there's not much sound. There's background music and it's good, but it's the same song that's looping over and over. And like, so you could even turn the sound off, have a show on while you're watching, and then like in between like commercials or something, doing hands. It's great. Highly recommended.
Nice.
At Balatro.
When I take a break here, I'm gonna run over and grab my Switch, and I'm gonna start downloading that.
Do it. Perfect Switch game.
Well, Brandon didn't have anything to complain about, but I certainly do.
Dave has something to. Oh boy,
plot twist.
Yeah, Dave never. I feel like Dave never complains on catch-ups.
I'm such a nice guy. There's only so much I can take sometimes. No, my main issue is just with the Paramount Plus app. Is the biggest pile of shit I've ever installed on anything in my entire life. I was sick.
Like on
can't tell a little bit
on the TV?
On the TV. Yes.
Okay, all right.
How I got to actually watching something on Paramount Plus is kind of ridiculous, but
okay.
I was sick, and for some reason I've had the ink. Like I remember Twin Peaks being a big thing back in the 90s, like 1990. It was everywhere for like a year or two, and then it just kind of just disappeared. And I always remember like being interested in it as a kid. So I was sick. I wanted something that I could just veg out and zone out to. So I tried to turn that on, and I've had this issue with Paramount Plus where it gives me an error that you go online, it tells you to reboot your modem and reboot your TV and do this and do that.
Like, why can't you just work?
I know exactly.
What is that about?
Netflix works, Prime works, everything else works. You just
aren't
go
they
to
all
Paramount Plus
doing
and
the
it
same?
gives you this. So
I haven't had
clearing caches.
It's your TV.
Installing it.
It's a you problem, Dave.
No, it's not a me problem.
I've never really.
It's a Google TV.
We use Paramount Plus mostly for the kid, because it has like a bunch of kid shows on there, like Nickelodeon stuff.
Oh, does it?
Sure, yeah.
Paramount owns Nickelodeon, so all the like SpongeBob, all those Nickelodeon shows are on there.
Rugrats.
Yep, Rugrats.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, I don't.
You just have a TV app. You're saying works?
Yeah, I have a TCL. I bought it a couple years ago. And
fancy TCL.
I don't know.
I haven't
Oh,
had much
summer.
issues with the Paramount Plus. None. I guess none more than any other ones, but
Maybe
I
because
don't
it's
know.
a Roku TV. And
Maybe,
mine's a Google
maybe.
TV.
Okay, that could
But
be not
I
playing
go.
nice with that.
I did some Googling on it, and apparently a lot of other people think Paramount Plus sucks balls. And same thing with CBS All
I'm
Access
not. Yeah,
before it was Paramount Plus. So
I've never been blown away
what's
by it. I'll say.
what I ended up having to do, because I tried to go in through Amazon Prime and open up this
Oh,
channel for it there, but apparently you can't do it backwards that way. You have to subscribe on Amazon first, which is a whole nother thing. But
good.
I got it open on my TV and I casted it, or open on my computer and casted it from my computer to my
Wow.
TV.
Oh,
This is
so
unnecessary. In
convoluted.
2024 for this.
Exactly. Thank
This is
you.
unnecessary.
It is complete.
It should
horseshit,
just
but
work. You're right. It should just work on any TV. Yeah. I agree.
regardless to say, I've in the last 24 hours I've pounded the entire first season of Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
And that is a fucking wacky show. Like,
it is. Yeah.
it's got this weird, like, cheesy dream, like, but it's just like a soap opera with like Sherlock Holmes running around solving crimes, and
Yeah.
it is fucking like, it's David Lynch who
Mhm.
did
Right.
the original Dune too.
Who did Alien 3?
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, his first movie is Alien 3. Aliens
Really?
3.
His first one.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big. It's a pretty big jump into the pool.
Yeah,
but
he was like doing music videos, I think, for like Trent Reznor or something like that. And then
yeah,
I don't know.
remember Lost Highway being a thing in the '90s too, but yeah, he seems like an artiste of a director.
Yeah.
Whereas,
I'll be honest. I'm like, yeah, let me check out this Twin Peaks show that everybody like raves about. And I'm like, this sucks. I couldn't get past like 3 or 4 episodes into it. I'm like, I'm bored as
How
hell.
long ago was this?
10 years ago, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I think I
Maybe
watched
it's
the
time
first.
to
I
try
think I
again.
made it through. We made it through the first season, but we kind of stopped after that.
You
And this
find out
this was
who-
this
the
was
whole
like
thing is
5 years ago, maybe.
yeah, trying to find out who killed Laura Palmer.
Right.
Like, but
Right. I
then
remember
as
the main character's not even in the first like episode or 2 episodes. It took him like a bit to show up in the town, right?
I think he's like halfway through the first episode. The first episode's
Okay.
like 2 hour. It's because it's made for
Oh,
TV, so the first
yeah,
one's
that's what it
2
was.
hours.
Sorry, you're right.
So Agent Cooper rolls in.
Yeah.
But like, it's so soap opera-y where like everybody
right.
is cheating on everybody and everybody has a secret, and
Oh yeah.
it's
Right.
all like cheesy
It's
people
just the
standing in
filming.
the shadows, and it's
Yeah.
just it's
Log
it's
lady.
corny and it's hokey. Fucking log ladies in there. They never explain that shit. It's just fucking weird.
You know they
Weird
have a
Some
all over the
sequel.
wacky shit.
There's a
They
second
made a
season.
new yeah.
Second season, I know that, and then they
Recently.
made a movie.
Well, they did. Yeah, they
And
did like a
then-
reboot like not too long ago.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about it. I heard it was.
It's like a continuation of
I'll get there.
how many
Yeah.
ever years later. It's like a legacy sequel, which is why we started
Yeah.
watching it to begin with, because everybody was getting hyped that they were making
Okay.
more of it. So we started watching it, but then I'm like, we liked it, but for no good reason, we just fell off and never went back to it.
Oh, it was on Showtime.
Oh
That's why
yeah,
I never heard it.
okay.
Because it was tucked away over there.
Nobody has Showtime.
I know. Is the Showtime still around?
Twin
It
Peaks:
is.
The Return.
Yeah, it is. You can.
Wow.
It's like an Amazon. Like you can get it through Amazon Prime channel, like Dave was saying.
What does Showtime have that no one else has?
The only thing that
That's
I've watched and
real
liked on
question.
Showtime was Shameless. That's a good show.
Hmm.
But then they put that all on Netflix anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I feel almost bad for the actor though, Kyle MacLachlan. Like, he's done so much Twin Peaks. Like, he's almost like typecast. I don't really see him
Yeah.
in much else, but I don't know. It was
He is
a
the
wacky
Twin
trip.
Peaks guy, for sure.
Right, exactly. But it's it's got that really. Now I got the soundtrack like burned into my head because it feels like they keep using the same 4 like tracks over and over and over throughout the
Yeah.
entire series.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. It just cracks me up. Like, it's got me in rapture. I feel like I'm watching like Telemundo, like one of those crazy, wacky, like Spanish soap operas or something like that.
I used to
Except it's
watch
like-
those, man.
Except
I
it's
was
like
like, wow.
artsy David Lynch shit, and I'm like, all right.
Stuff is
well,
wild. Yeah.
The Pacific Northwest is a fucking great setting for anything. I don't know. I like it up there. I could live up there.
Even got that like
So,
soap opera like it's like they smeared grease on the camera
Filter.
lens.
Yeah,
You know?
yes. Yeah, nothing
like-
sharp.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
It's all
this is the
soft, like a
90s.
soft glow. hmm
You can tell it was all filmed in like.
Which I guess you could say it
VHS
feeds
tapes and
into the dreamlike state of
Sure.
Twin Peaks. You know.
Of course.
So that was that was my little bit of good and a lot of bit of good and a little bit of bad. Paramount Plus
And a little bit of love.
We're gonna find a workaround.
Well,
around
clearly
that.
the Paramount Plus execs listen to our show, and they are going to get
Oh,
on
they
that
better.
because they are embarrassed.
They're coming for
how
us.
much how much goddamn money does fucking Paramount Plus have? Where they can't
I know.
like you can't make a good app at this point.
Like if you're the
in
owner and you
time.
sit down and you use like Netflix, and you're like, wow, that
Responsive.
works really nice.
It
You open up-
loads.
you open up like Disney Plus, like, huh, wow, this is nice. Then you use your own shit, like you don't heads aren't rolling.
That
No.
Like
works.
somebody's not.
I don't know. I don't know who they got on their QA staff or how they're testing this stuff before they put it out in the wild, but
True.
It's like it's inferior product. Yeah, that
it's-
sucks.
and I'm not the only one with his donkey ass problems. So
I'm not a fan of Amazon Prime, to be honest with you, with all their money. I think they're kind of like overload. It's like
Yeah,
Not
I,
working.
I
It
don't.
used to be better.
I don't like their.
It used to be
their
movies,
app.
TV shows. It was pretty straightforward. Now it's like free videos with commercials, and there's like all these like exclusive, not exclusive, Prime,
don't
not
like it.
Prime.
Well,
Like,
and
the
they
old
mix
Fire
in.
Sticks can't even handle it. Like
They also
just
mix
shit
in
their
like
pants.
the paid subscription shit with like the stuff you have from
Right.
Amazon Prime, and then like you said, the free stuff with watch free with ads. Like it's fucked. Yeah, it's confusing.
Right. And Netflix, it's like at least it's just like here's what's new, here's what's hot, here's what's recommended for you, here's what you didn't finish, then here's curated
Right.
lists.
Anything you
It's
see
more or less
here,
been the
you
same.
can watch because you're subscribed to the service.
True, that too. Oh my god, I can't stand that. I click on something like, oh, I want to watch that. Oh, I got to subscribe to something.
Something else. Yeah, it's so stupid. So stupid. Agreed.
Nice.
All right, Brandon,
Alright,
what
what's
else
up
you got
next?
over there?
Yeah.
Oh, so on Game Pass a couple months ago, a game called Close to the Sun came out. Close to the
Oh,
Sun.
yeah.
Okay.
So I finished it. It's a short game. It's by Storm in a Teacup.
Okay.
So they've made a
Interesting.
few games. It was published by Wired Productions. You've seen their games. They're an indie developer, indie publisher, whatever. But you'll probably recognize some of the games that they've made. They're just kind of not anything that people are going around talking about. But I'll say that Close to the Sun is a good game. The whole thing about Close to the Sun is it's pretty much a BioShock art direction.
I remember seeing this game. Okay.
Yeah.
I
was
s-
It's a double A game.
I saw the screenshots. I'm like, this is BioShock 100%.
Yeah. They totally rip off BioShock, but it's on a submarine and it's Tesla, right? And
Oh.
Tesla's trying to come up with all this cool technology, and you're the
always
your
does.
sister's like a scientist on the ship, so you have to go find her. You're a journalist, but you go on there and shit went down, just like BioShock. But it's a walking simulator version of BioShock, so you don't ever. So there are some enemy encounters, only like 3 times I think, where you just have to run away. That's it.
So you're not fighting anything?
No, it'll catch you and then it kills you. It's like Alien Isolation or something like that, where like you can't, if it sees you, it kills you. So you just got to run.
Okay.
But that only happens like 3 or 4 times. But it does try to lay on like a scary horror
More like atmospheric.
like content. Yeah, the atmosphere is
say.
like the sounds.
How's the sound design? Is my question.
Sound design's really good. The acting's pretty solid.
Okay.
Story overall is a good story. Again, it's a short game. It's a double A game, so I'm impressed by the visuals. I think there's some set pieces that are just like beautiful. When it ended, I wanted more, but of the story and not really the gameplay. The gameplay is, like I said, pretty generic. It's just a walking simulator, open up stuff, and then doing puzzles. Order. You got to look around and figure out the things. So it's just solving puzzles.
How's
but-
the narrative?
It's BioShock. If you've played BioShock and you saw how BioShock was going, you're like, oh, Oh, okay, yeah, that's kind of this game. Like, oh,
Okay.
yeah, okay, I know where this is going. Like in like an hour into it. That said, Tesla is a great character to have in a video game, and just being on a giant ship that he made. I thought it was really cool. So I don't want to give anything away. It's so short that just go check it out. I think it's worth. It's on Game Pass if you have an Xbox. So definitely.
How short we talking? Like 2 hours?
5.
5. Okay. All right. Not bad.
No, 2 nights and you'll be done.
I mean,
depending on how you write the puzzles and stuff like that, but
since you never finish games, it is an endorsement to say that like there was enough in this game that pulled you through to the end.
correct. Yes. Yeah, and then, I'm done now. But my next game I also finished too. So.
All right. Well,
Checking them out.
it's a little teaser. I got a quick one. Well, I'll go with this one. So like I said, I've been playing my Steam Deck a lot lately, and I feel like I got it a couple months ago, or I like bought it for myself as a birthday present back in September. And I haven't really been using it all that much, but been using it a lot more lately now with Balatro, and I've been using it a lot with xCloud. So it works absolutely perfectly.
You've been doing this
on
Okay.
Steam Deck. So
Like, what do you mean perfectly?
like the latency, the lag, the like any artifacting is like very negligible when I'm playing these games. Like it feels like I'm playing it on an Xbox. Like it's really crazy. And it might just be
Okay, that is impressive.
it might be the game that I'm playing too. It's a bit of a slower game, but I'm playing I started Yakuza Like a Dragon. Because that's on.
Oh my god! Which one? There's like 1,000 of those games. Which one?
It's like it's not the newest one. Right? It's the one before that. So Yakuza Like a Dragon is like the Like a Dragon series. It's confusing. It's really fucking confusing.
It's so confusing
because
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Last Dragon.
In Japan, the Yakuza series was called Like a Dragon, but in America, Yakuza was called Yakuza. But this game that came out like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever. Yakuza Like a Dragon is kind of like a soft reboot because they have a new main character with Ichiban. Before it was I forgot his name, but it was a different main character from before. But now they like rebooted it, and it's like turn-based combat instead of like the real-time arcadey,
real-time third person or
like
first person,
beat 'em up, right? So yeah, it's good. I mean, I feel like I haven't gotten too far into it at all because I've only played maybe 3 hours of it so far, which is like nothing for a game like this because the first couple hours are basically just setting up the characters and the story and everything. It's a Japanese game. There's a lot of exposition, there's a lot of explaining, but it's all good stuff. Like it's like I'm watching a good movie with some like interspersed walking between places, exploring Kamurocho. Like it's very well realized, like the city downtown, like it feels alive, it feels populated. You can go into these like little side stores, you can go into like a Sega arcade and play like Sega arcade games.
I like that the characters are all like individually designed. Like you don't see any repeating faces. That's what I liked when I checked them out. I was like, the characters are just, everyone looks so unique. It's like they're not the same model with different faces either. They're like different sizes, like necks and bodies and shoulders. It's like, wow, they really took their time designing these characters.
The main character, Ichiban, he's charming, he's likable. Like I'm interested to see where his story goes. So like I'm enjoying it so far. But like I said, it's been a lot of story, a lot of cutscenes, but it's all good stuff, which I'm okay with that.
I'm like into it, but then like you'll forget what the fuck you're doing because a mini game will come out of nowhere. Like the one I played, I bumped into a buddy and we went. It was like the middle of the day, and we went to a bar and we started doing karaoke. So
that's the thing with these games. That's it's all about. It's like the good thing.
How long is this fucking sequence? I thought it was like I thought it was fighting guys in the alleyway, and now I'm like doing this Guitar Hero shit with like a guy doing karaoke. I'm like, and it lasted 10 minutes. It was just like, this is taking forever.
That's like the staple.
Mini game after mini game.
Yeah.
and
It's like the staple
super
of these games.
Japanesey, so it's just like
Is it-
long dialogue. It's it's weird.
Is it English speaking or is it?
So you can
have-
with
both.
you have the
subtitles?
option. You can do the English dub, but they do like the mouths match up with the English words if you choose the English version. I chose the English
Okay.
version, and all the voice acting is really good.
Okay.
And it's so they do have both options for Japanese and English in there.
Yeah, there's 10 of these on the Game Pass, so pick
yeah, I would-
whatever one you want.
Yakuza Like a Dragon seems like a really good place to hop in though, because it is kind of like a refresh of the series, especially since it's a new main
Right.
character, so you don't have all this
But
baggage.
it's turn-based.
It's
a
turn-based,
reboot
but
to
it's
a new genre.
it's cool because like the reason it's turn-based is because Ichiban is really obsessed with the Dragon Quest games. So in his mind,
Like the
when
old
he's
ones?
yes, so in his
Oh.
mind when he's fighting people, it's turn-based combat for him. So you're seeing it through his eyes, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Got
kind
it.
of a cool
Okay.
explanation for why they, changed it to turn-based combat. He's obsessed with the Dragon Quest series and he loves this turn-based combat. So when he's fighting, that's how he imagines himself fighting. So
Okay.
it's kind of cool. It's
I
like
mean,
an
it's fine.
in-universe
That's fine.
explanation for it. But
It's
It's-
like South Park. Like they're totally making fun of like the games.
Yeah.
Like, because they're making fun of like role playing games, and then like clearly we're gonna have our combat like this, so it's a little on the nose. Okay, I might have to give it a shot.
just be prepared, like I said, for a
Again.
lot of story stuff. Like
I
right
won't
up
finish it, but just
front
check it
loaded.
out.
Because like there's cutscenes where you're sitting back for 10 minutes and just watch. It's like watching a show, and
Right.
it's a good show, but it is a little bit slow to get going,
Okay.
especially in the beginning. But I'm gonna stick with it, especially since it works so great on
That's a
xCloud
game you
through
should
Game Pass.
You should stream that, bro. I
Dude.
feel like that'd be a fun game to stream.
It would be a
Dude,
fun
it's so
game to
wild.
hang out and just talk
Yeah.
over it while the
You know?
fucking cutscenes are playing.
Right?
Does that one have bat crazy shit that's in it too?
Oh yeah.
Assuming.
Oh yeah. I haven't
Yeah,
gotten
it's
any
like
of that
super
stuff yet.
anime,
But
like-
that's exactly. It does at times. It feels like you're just watching an anime, which again, I like anime, so I'm all in for it.
It's goofy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Win,
It's
win.
like GTA goofy anime with a bunch of mini games. I don't know.
But yeah, one of the main reasons I brought it up is because I was just really impressed with how good xCloud worked. and
Right.
streaming it from my Steam Deck. I'm like, this is like we're almost there to like the the Netflix of games where like streaming. I mean, it's not.
Just
It depends on the type of
Pick
game
something
you're
and stream
playing.
it. Right.
This game, like I said, this game's a little bit slower, and you're not doing a ton of like twitchy action, so it's like perfect for streaming. But
Wrestling.
it's good.
I'm sorry, wrestling. Racing games. Games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Call of Duty.
FPS,
Probably
yeah,
not games you want to
Right.
do streaming.
No.
right.
Because
right.
every millisecond counts in those. But something
Exactly.
that's slow, turn-based,
Yep.
more anything like that. Okay, that's good to know. I hope they get to the point where they can just stream, and I'm sure that's what Microsoft's trying to do.
Yeah.
I think they're just
Definitely.
they're not worried about hardware. They haven't been. They've lost that game, I think, but they're just like get the brand out there, and then really let's get Game Pass. The library just keeps getting bigger and bigger too. It's almost overwhelming.
insane.
And what they're adding like Diablo 4 soon.
I
mean,
know.
Diablo 4 is coming to Game Pass. What else? They said that the next Call of Duty is going to be day one on Game Pass. Like that's when that
It's huge.
actually comes. That's going to be a new era at Game Pass.
At a
And
certain
if it's,
point,
you can play on your Switch or something like that. Could you imagine being able
Yeah.
to play it on your Switch? Like it could happen.
this year
think
they're
that's what
supposed to be
Microsoft's gonna do.
adding all games to the cloud too, not just Game Pass games. So you'll be able to stream anything that you
Oh,
own.
Really?
That would be
I
sick.
did not know that.
That's the rumor coming down the tube this year.
I want to
Hmm.
play Witcher
Forza
3 because of the
Xbox.
big upgrades. You know how they did a big facelift free upgrade, and you checked it
Yeah.
out and said it was awesome. I
Yeah.
want to play it, but I don't want to install it.
That
You know?
is the
I want to
toughest
just
part.
stream this stuff.
But yeah, that's the tough part, not having your entire catalog streamable.
Right.
But
All right.
nice.
Dave, what do you got?
I got two.
What you
good
got over there?
ones.
What you got over there?
But you don't be holding on us.
We'll do the good one that everybody knows, the new Wonka movie.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Or was
I heard
no, it was the end of last
people
year.
liked it.
Yeah,
I've
with
heard
good reason. It's a
things.
it's a musical, and I mean, if you like musicals and you enjoyed the first Willy Wonka, I think you will enjoy this.
Do you like
movie as well.
musicals, Dave?
I know Dave doesn't like musicals.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
But this movie was, I was okay for me.
So the songs were good.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
You fell in
I'm
love with
not-
Timothy Chalamet,
I like, he's a
especially
great
after
actor.
watching
I like
Dune.
He is good.
He's good.
After
You guys
seeing
haven't
him
seen
in
The King.
this and
You
seeing
got to
him
see
in
The
Dune,
King. He's in that.
I mean, I'll check that out too. But he's been good in everything I've seen him in so far, and he's
All right, I want to put The
He's
King
going
on
from-
this show. It's a movie that we could definitely talk about because the shit Robert Pattinson's in it.
it sounds
So-
made up to me.
Is that on the net? Is that on Netflix?
Sounds like
Is
a
that the
on
one?
Netflix.
Okay, that's what I
Yep,
thought.
it's good. Good. Robert Eggers or not Robert Egerton. Anyways.
Joel Egerton?
Joel Egerton.
Is
Yeah.
it- oh, he's in
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yeah, he's great in it.
We just saw him in The Green Knight.
Right. Yep.
King,
He's great. He's good in everything.
2019,
And the
Young
King
Henry,
that was in the Green Knight, it was also in the King movie.
Really?
Chalamet were all there too.
yeah. It's a well done movie. We should really talk about the King.
Hmm.
But
Put
it's
it
based
in-
on a true
put it in the
story, I think,
books.
in some capacity.
Huh. Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
Also based on a true story, Wonka.
Wonka
Back to
based on a
chocolate
true
making.
story.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Oompa Loompas
Uh,
are so fucking real. Forget about
I
it.
mean-
Hugh Grant, Oompa
The
Loompas.
Hugh Grant thing, it is kind of weird, and he's not in a ton of the movie. Like, it's not like he's palling around with Wonka the entire movie, being like,
Apparently,
"Oi,
he
oi."
hated it. He hated doing this movie. Hugh Grant.
But
He's
he
done
didn't
like
hate
it-
the money. He probably got
I'm,
paid.
yeah, I'm sure he
exactly.
loved the
That's what he
paycheck.
said. He said he was doing it for the money, but he thought it was fucking stupid.
Yeah. He, yeah. I guess if I had to sing the Oompa Loompa song in fucking makeup, I would think it's pretty stupid too. But the things we'll do for money. But no,
Yeah,
if
trying to
it's
put some grandkids through college with that one.
Right.
yeah, for sure. When it comes out, I'd give it a watch. Maybe freshen up on the first original Wonka and then watch this one. But
Is it a pre?
Why-
it's
why
a
do you- why do
prequel,
you say
right?
that? Yeah.
it is a prequel. It shows how he got
How
Wonka
Oh, we got
candy
the
started.
factory.
Basically, how he enslaved all these Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, where did he find? He brought him back from the jungles to
Right.
work in his
trick them into
slave
a binding contract?
slave work. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Where did you
So
watch
did
it?
they
Just
explain
you just
why
rent
he's
it?
like a brunette in the prequel, but then he's like light haired in the sequel? Does his hair like lighten up in the end of the movie or something?
It's from all the sugar.
Is that do they tie that in?
No, they
It's like-
don't.
It's just like they didn't
It's
even
just-
bother like making him look like Gene Wilder. They're like,
Fine.
fuck it.
Who cares?
He's close. He's
Timothy
got He's got a
Chalamet.
nose. He's got a nose that looks kind of like Gene, but whatever. Gene's.
Well, no, there's a really good actor though that I think is his grandson. That's from like The Bear, like that TV show.
Oh yeah, I started watching that. That show's fucking intense.
They
But
could have
that's-
used that
that's
guy,
not-
but
I couldn't see that, but maybe.
What about Johnny Depp Wonka?
Yeah, I was gonna
That
say we
movie
didn't
was
explain
so
that
bad.
either.
It's terrible.
that movie
Awful.
was so bad.
I didn't even touch that one, but
You never seen that movie?
no.
Dude, it's
I
all
refuse.
those Tim Burton has lost his touch.
I mean,
I
this
don't think
this
he
movie
makes
came out
really
like
good movies.
20 years ago.
I
This
know.
was
He
a
lost
long
his touch like
time
20
ago.
fucking years ago.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I think Sleepy Hollow was the last movie I saw of his that I liked, and then everything after that was kind of like,
It's one trick creepy pony.
crushed it though in like the late 80s, early
Nightmare
90s.
Before Christmas. That
Mhm.
was his peak.
Batman.
I was
You know?
watching that how the movies are made, and that
Mm.
Nightmare Before Christmas has a really good story to it.
Edward Scissorhands. Yeah. Beetlejuice.
What else you guys got? I got another one that's
I got a couple
yeah, go
more.
ahead. Dude, I have I got one. I got here. I'll sneak in.
yeah.
Just sneak a quickie in there.
randomly, just got the itch to play some Call of Duty, guys, because I'm I'm a bro gamer over here.
Bro gamer.
And so my library had Cold War. So I'm like, all right, I remember that coming out. They got pretty good reviews. People liked it. Had some drama because the way Call of Duty games are made, you have Infinity Ward. That's like the main one. But then they
Right.
have Triarch. That was the one that they kind of created to say hey, we could make a game every year if we add a second company, something like that. So they were taking turns for a bit. And then Call of Duty started adding another studio called Sledgehammer.
Yep.
So Sledgehammer comes in. I feel like they've more or less had the most issues. If you look at any of the games,
Sledgehammer.
Their games.
Which other ones have Sledgehammer done?
They did like
Advanced.
Ghost.
Did they did Advanced Warfare?
They did. Yeah, they did in Infinite, I think.
Infinite Warfare.
They were
that's
one
what
of the.
I'm thinking of.
They used to go between Infinity Ward and Treyarch. It used to be back and forth and back and forth.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
and
saying.
they
That's what I was just saying.
added Sledgehammer.
They
Did you just
finally-
leave or something like that, and I not notice it?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
popped
so
out real quick.
Sledgehammer
Oh,
did
okay,
Modern Warfare 3, World War II, Advanced
Oh, okay.
Warfare, and they did the newest one, the next Modern Warfare 3.
Right. Well, anyway, so what happened was apparently with this Cold War game, there was some drama going on, and one of the developers or whatever, they butt heads with Sledgehammer. So I think they're called
Like
Raven Software.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Raven Software.
Okay.
So Raven Software butt heads with, I guess, Sledgehammer. So Triarch had to come in and finish the game, and it was more on the
interesting.
art direction side, anyways. But the
Okay.
story is actually pretty good. I think Call of Duty games always have a solid first-person experience.
I mean, it's
we
the
all
campaign
know the
is
multiplayer.
all
That's
yeah.
going to be as
Yeah.
and then there's always zombie modes. So everything there was good. The story's short, and it takes I can't believe I'm saying this, but it takes a page out of the BioShock story.
What?
And
Really?
the ending is pretty much the same. So it's like, okay.
Oh, I kind of yeah.
So, but it's cool. The set pieces are really fun. It's really smooth. It has a killer soundtrack, a lot of detail in the levels. It's a good Call of Duty game. So the thing is Call of Duty games, they're not on sale much. Even old ones, they're just like always expensive. But if you find yourself able to get it used cheap, if you like to play the stories and you missed that one, it's fun. I enjoyed it. And it ends on a cliffhanger. Apparently, they're making a second one.
Which one was this again?
Cold War.
Cold War.
Takes place in like 1980, like right around my birthday, 81. It's like February 13th or something like that.
Is it the one with the number stations? Or like I don't know. You hear a pattern. You hear number stations repeating in the beginning. I don't know. They all kind
Are
of
you thinking of
got it in my
Lost?
head. Yeah, kind of.
So you can tell that there was some hiccups with this game, even though it's a short, like 6 levels or 6 missions. Even though it's short, there's some things that they did that were kind of like, what the fuck? So I don't know. Sometimes the main character will talk in a Call of Duty game, and other times the main character won't talk. In this game, he doesn't talk in the first mission. He doesn't talk in the second mission. He starts talking out of nowhere in the third mission. Doesn't talk. It's like he talks on and off, and then yeah, it was very weird. So it's just like I could tell that there was like some issues with what's the story, and when they were putting things together, and like they didn't do a voice for the guy for the whole game, which is interesting. Yeah, and I think you can pick between a guy or a girl too. You can be like a British woman or American guy. So I don't know if that helps with replayability, but it does get a bit trippy at the end. And you do have a level that one of the missions is a Vietnam mission, because you have to go back and kind of experience something from your past. So, but it's cool. Like everybody's got fucking mustaches and cool shades and shit. It's very.
It's the 80s. Yeah,
I like the vibe. It's classy. You know,
Call of
They had a
Duty
good
is
soundtrack too, right? What was they playing? Magic Carpet Ride or something like that? As you're strafing around.
They
in
got I mean,
helicopters
it's the
through
80s. They
jungles
gotta
and
have
shit.
a
Yes.
gotta have a good soundtrack.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Great soundtrack. So
Call of Duty is so weird to me. What they should do, I mean, if they still want to develop these like AAA campaigns, they should release these campaigns as a standalone thing, like a I don't know, $30 experience. You want to play through that because the campaigns are super short, right? They're always, you know, They're
Like
getting
10
shorter.
hours.
They're getting shorter and shorter.
They're getting shorter.
So if
5
you're
to 12 hours, I think.
if you're buying a $70 game for a 4-hour campaign and multiplayer that will be obsolete in a year, it's such a weird
Well, it's
business
not,
model.
Their model, they're you can go back and play old.
But the
Call of
people
Duty
who are
games.
buying
There's
Call
a
of Duty
big one.
every year aren't doing that. They're getting the new one and then they're playing that multiplayer.
Sure, most people are going to the new one, correct?
So they
Right.
should.
Some,
I mean, they
especially when you're
have
making that big
Warzone as their multiplayer like platform. They should just make that their
I'm with you.
platform for
Well,
everything.
so Microsoft owns Call of Duty now, correct?
Now they do, yeah.
Mhm.
So Halo did something awesome. They did the Master Chief Collection. Yes, it was like the multiplayer was broken when it came out, but they have since fixed it. But
Exactly.
what's
They should
cool
do the
about
same
that,
thing.
it feels like a proper like collection. Like here's everything in Halo.
Just
basically
merge,
here.
merge them
Oh.
all into one fucking
And if they
platform.
could do
Into
that
one
with Call of Duty,
4 terabyte
1,
download.
2, 3, World of War, all that stuff.
Well, you have
Yeah. Well, 'cause
6
I
Modern
opted
Warfares.
Warzone.
Merge that into one. Like,
Yeah.
you could do some stuff.
'Cause
Like, this is the
with-
Modern
like you
Warfare
said-
multiplayer. This is the World War II multiplayer. You know,
and you install them whenever you want and uninstall them, but you just have one
No,
game on the
stop
library to go
installing
into.
things. No, we're cloud streaming now.
stop
no.
installing things.
No.
You can't
Well,
cloud
yeah,
They
stream
should combine 'em
multiplayer
all
COD.
because when I went played Warzone, Brandon mentioned he was playing, so I like downloaded it and I was just poking around.
Right,
in
they're
there.
all separate
But there's
100
like
gig
so many
downloads.
menus, and each
So
Call of Duty
big.
is nested inside of one of those menus. So it was
It's
like
ridiculous. Yeah.
a vertical scrolling menu, and then it went horizontal
I
too. On
hated
top,
it.
it was
It's
there's
so convoluted.
much in there that it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, just the Call of Duty business model just is weird, especially in the modern day. Like, I think
But this is where games are going though, because we looked at Fortnite recently with the Lego that came out, and it's just like Fortnite is not just like one video game, but it's like
it's a platform. Yeah,
it's an
Platform now
engine, a
for-
platform, perfect
engine,
word,
yes.
platform, yeah.
Mhm.
And it's just like this platform offers the the crafting survival game mode, which is Lego. There's like a racing game mode. There's obviously the battle royale mode. And then you're seeing this with Roblox. Like you don't have to leave Roblox.
Assassin's
just
Creed is
install
talking
Roblox
about
and-
doing the same thing, like making
I'm
it a
kind of
platform.
for it though.
You
I'm
know,
kind of for it right now. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad, but it is interesting because it's like you're saying, you're downloading Call of Duty. You're downloading Call of Duty Warzone, but it's downloading all this shit for people to play one fucking map.
hmm
And I don't understand why we need to have 136 gigs so I could play one multiplayer map. I don't understand what's the space for.
right?
Is it downloading the Call of Duty Modern Warfare game as the base, just sitting there,
Textures
never to be
and
used?
buildings and facial mods that you're never gonna see.
Right.
Crazy.
It's not
Yeah,
like the
it's
old
interesting.
days where you could just sit on the couch and play co-op with somebody.
No.
You can still do that,
know?
but
No.
you got to look at indie games for that stuff.
Yeah, not
you
with,
know who does do
not
that?
these days.
The Intellivision Amico.
Oh God.
That's who does it. And guess what I was playing this week, motherfuckers? The goddamn Intellivision Amico.
From 1981 or something like that.
No, the new stuff, the new games that they're putting out, because they fucking
I thought
wasted
they died.
They wasted
Undivided.
all the goddamn money that they raised, and now they're trying to sell their IPs off to scrounge together any pennies that they can, because they're fucking idiots over there.
They owe people money.
Yeah, so they've got 5 games out now.
On what?
Well, here's the thing, because it's clumsy and awkward the way they do that. It's out on, I think it's on iOS and Android. So you can play. Yeah,
Okay,
you can go right now. You can
I can
download.
I'm on my iPhone, and you're saying I can go to my app store?
Yeah, App Store and go Amico. Look for Amico Home would be what you would download, because all of the games are separate purchases, of course, because they
Oh,
have
yes,
no
of
money left.
course.
But one of the probably tens of pre-orders they have left, and I'm just keeping it out of sheer just fucking morbid curiosity. Like at this point, like I could have gotten my money back 100 times.
How have they not refunded
That is the controller, I think. Yeah, Amico controller.
I typed Amico home.
I was gonna say
That's,
Amico. Yep. 'Cause
what
that's the
are they
controller.
what are they promising you for your pre-order? Like, how have they not just refunded everyone at this point?
They're still working on the games, I guess. I actually joined the Discord this week too. It's fucking tripping there. Let me tell you, dude.
please.
They have so many rules.
Fucking money.
They have so many rules about that exact same thing, Brandon. Like,
I think Tommy
no mentioning
Tallarico is a mod in there.
I have no idea. The one dev that works on that is one of the mods in there. Thank God I have not seen fucking douchey Tellerico.
Ugh.
But no,
I'm typing Amico in the App Store, and nothing's coming up, bro. This is
maybe it's not on iOS. Maybe I'm looking at it on the
Fully on
so it's not
Android.
on one of the bigger app
look up
platforms.
Astro.
Wow.
Look up Astrosmash because that's what I was playing.
Astrosmash.
Well, yeah.
Good
So tell me
name.
about the game at least. How were the games? I hope they're at least fun.
Let's see. Out of the 5 games that they have out, 2 of them were included as pack-in games for the Amico. So it means I got 2 free. They gave me download codes. I had to go in, redeem them, all that bullshit, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Okay.
The dumbass thing that you have to do with it now is you need a device to play it on. So you have to download the thing
Oh my
on,
god! You
on
gotta
a
put it, like,
tablet.
on your. Oh my god! Oh
And then
my
you have to
God.
have then you have to have separate phones
No,
to use
come
as
on.
controllers to play with it. So the reason I actually got this moving is because they started releasing them for Google TVs. So I could download Astrosmash on my TV, not need like a fucking third tablet to play with it. And then me and my wife could just download the controllers on our phone and play on our phones, like on the TV.
The most convoluted fucking way to
So
play a
It's
game.
now that you can
Dumb.
actually now that it's on the TV, it's not bad. It's
All right,
kind of
fine.
it's kind of novel to use your phone as a controller.
Does it feel like
on the
a
TV.
college
It's-
game dev student's project?
right. That's
Yes.
what I'm thinking.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
Astrosmash feels like a high-end flash game. I showed it to my kid, and he goes,
This
and
sounds-
this is from a 7-year-old said this to me when he saw Astrosmash. He goes, "Dad, what year is this from?" He goes, "This looks like it came out
This
in
year,
2010." I'm
Oh
like,
my god,
"Yeah,
that's
it's
hilarious.
probably about accurate.
Boy.
But I mean, Astrosmash, it's what they're doing is, a cute little visual punch up of the games. Like the game, like, it's not deep enough to like want to play for more than like 10, maybe 15 minutes.
Right.
You're just
Okay.
bored as shit, and you're like, all right, next game. Like same thing you used to do when you were a kid. Next cartridge, take that, pop the next one in, see how far you can get.
Yeah, because
do
they're
something.
so simple and like,
Which brings me to the point is, like, if the console they're designing it around games that are like this old and this hardware restrictive, like why wasn't the plan to just use the hardware that everybody has in their TVs in the first place? Like,
true. That is true.
if it would have
they
started in this direction
mismanaged
5 years ago,
Because
yeah.
they wanted a
Like-
nice, shiny, cool console.
it is so dumb. If they would have just poured all their money into making, like, the way that Pac-Man Championship Edition is like a remix of Pac-Man, where they change some of the levels or they change some of the design and they update it and make it flashy, or the way, like,
Yeah.
Geometry Wars Evolved kind of changed into something new.
Dave, their whole thing
Yeah.
though is like not just making a game, but using a device as a controller. They didn't want you to have the phone to be the controller and the game. They wanted it separate.
They want that
They wanted to
second
have a
screen
controller.
experience. Yeah, exactly.
I think
They
that's their
should've-
downfall.
like, the
Whenever
Amico
would
should have been a
phone make a
controller.
good controller?
So the Miko should have just been a controller. That's it. It's all it does is Bluetooth. Or no, it doesn't even Bluetooth. It connects over Wi-Fi,
But like,
and that's it.
But like, I just don't think people want to take like. Let me just look at my phone. We have it now. We have a touch screen. Why do I
playing phone-
need to?
You're not a phone gamer. You don't want to look at
So
a phone.
what are the control?
You
What are
know
the
that.
controls of that Astro Mash game? Like, what are you doing with your hand? That is
It's-
like, thank God you had a phone to do it.
It's literally going like left and right, and then there's like a shoot button and a teleport button. That's it.
So
Yeah, could've done
it's a digital D-pad, like a digital fucking buttons and
D-pad,
Yeah.
essentially.
D-pad.
You
Yeah.
could have put the game on there. It's so dumb.
True.
Like I don't like hearing
That-
failed things like this, and because I know there's people that work there that put their hard like energy into this.
Yeah.
It's a
but the
passion
guy that
project. These
ran it
people
had
aren't
a-
getting paid.
No.
But the guy on the
probably not.
top, like, just had a bad idea. He just went
It
about
was-
it like in a dinosaur mode. Like,
And there are so many good games that like you could give the Pac-Man Tournament Edition kind of twist to like bring them up to speed, bring them up, and like
Right.
you don't want to play. The whole reason behind the system is couch co-op. Like that's
Right.
like playing with your family, blah 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 blah. So you want to be playing on the big TV, which is
Yes.
normal. Using your phone is not bad, but part of the reason for that they needed the the special controller was because the Intellivision had such a unique controller in of itself that you need to have some sort of malleable space to like change, either to change controls or to change other stuff, change buttons, all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
The other game that costs $15 normally, Missile Command. Fucking Missile Command.
$15?
yourself, bro.
It was not
15?
compatible. Missile Command was not compatible with my TV, so I didn't get to install that one. I only played Astrosmash.
Wow.
How is one of their
This is,
games
like, the dumbest
compatible
thing
but another
Uh,
one not?
There's also Shark, if you remember Feeding Frenzy from the Xbox
my
360
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
Shark is just is that exact game. $15. There's a darts game, Dart Frenzy, which I don't know who wants to play fucking darts on their phone or who wants to pretend they're throwing darts at their TV. Looks fucking dumb as shit.
Wait,
There
is
are
it like
so many other?
is it
there
like
are so many
motion
other Nintendo
censored? So
IP.
you're like
I don't know.
simulating with your phone?
Those ones.
Throw your
I'm
phone
not,
on your TV.
I was not about to buy that one, but they also have.
How
they
much
also have
would it cost? How much would it cost you to buy all the games they have?
cornhole. Probably, I don't know.
Well, are they $15 a
15
pop?
a piece,
Oh
and
my
then there's a
God.
side swipers one that's $7.
They should
So
be
the ones that are.
They should be $1.99 a piece, if that.
That's yes.
They
But
should have gone
they
to
burned
the
so
Apple
much
Arcade
money.
route. They should have just been like Apple Arcade.
Subscription
See these games, you only get
service.
them if and you subscribe.
Right.
Then you get access to all of them. We add new ones to it, and that's it.
Mhm.
You know what the fuck were they?
But I
thinking?
think-
everything they did is a lesson
Wasn't that
on
part
what
of their
not to
philosophy
fucking do.
though? Like they didn't want subscriptions. They wanted you, buy it and you own it type thing.
It was
What
supposed
they
to be.
wanted was not what people wanted, though. That's what this is all about. What they wanted
They're
was
stuck
not what
stuck
people
in the
not
wanted.
what
past,
you wanted,
man.
Brandon. Hey,
They've
hey, hey,
nobody
hey,
Stuck in
wanted
the
this. That's why
past,
he fucking
man.
died on the vine.
they had some good ideas to start. It's just
What good ideas did they
poor
have?
shit execution of it was just horrible.
They were not looking at the year that they were living in when they came out with this concept.
I mean,
If-
at
I
this point, the Kickstarter was I think like 6 or 7 years. It was pre-COVID. Like,
It's been a long time.
oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I
I know
have to
you've
look.
always like had a soft spot for fucking the Intellivision, but I don't. And I'm just looking at it, and I just think it's just like dumb from beginning to end. And there's nothing about it that I think is. I mean, it's a sad thing because I don't want to see something die, but like they could have made a deal with Netflix, and we'll make games
It is
exclusive for
very sad.
Netflix for your games, your mobile games there or something like that. But no, they wanted to do like what Nintendo was doing, right? Oh, the NES Mini. Let's get in on that with the Intellivision, and like they went for it in the worst way possible, where they were asking you to use your phones. The price of the
that didn't come
games, the
until
games
way
aren't even that
later.
Fun.
You gotta get your timeline straight.
That's true. It was a standalone console
The
to
whole thing.
start.
The whole thing was a
For
Kickstarter.
how much?
They raised like $11-12 million, and then for the console,
How much was the pre-order?
Yeah.
it was $100.
All right,
And then
that's not too
you're
bad.
supposed to get it. You're supposed to get like a watered down console with 2
That's fair.
controllers, and then 8. It was supposed to be $8 a game too, which I mean,
That's still too much.
From after the Kickstarter, like things just immediately started to go downhill. I do fully admit that, but watching the whole thing happen has, I don't want to say been worth my money, but watching, because it's like
It's
watching
like it's watching a train
my
wreck.
childhood get pissed on.
You can't look away.
It is tough because, like, if this kind of thing happened to, like, Nintendo didn't flourish, and somebody tried to bring back Sega games, and
Right.
it just crashed and burned. It's horrible, but there is
Bring
fun to
3DO,
be
man.
had in the old Intellivision console. I want to get an HD RF to HD converter, and I want to make you guys watch a stream of it, and we'll bet on horses or something like that. From
I'm down.
1979, we'll gamble. Hey, it happens. But
Oh,
that was
boy.
my random one that just came out of nowhere.
Speaking of weird technology,
Please.
the three of us were playing Dead
Oh,
Island
this is
2
Fuck yeah.
online co-op, and how weird
the Alexa
is,
integration.
it's just wild.
Yeah, so you can fucking I don't know. I don't know why it's Alexa. I'm assuming it's just the voice recognition technology that they're using from Alexa, but you don't need an actual Alexa device to use this thing. But you can enable it, and basically you can do things like say, hey zombie, come over here, and the zombie will come over there. Or you can say like, equip my best weapon, and it'll automatically equip like your best weapon that you have in your inventory. Or like, heal me, and it'll automatically heal you. But like, who's gonna fucking use this thing?
Nobody's talking.
Yelling
I
at your
didn't know that
TV.
you could integrate them together. But apparently you can tie your Alexa to your Xbox account, so you can finally use Alexa Xbox
Yeah,
on.
they did that a couple years ago.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I missed
Yeah.
that from the old Connect days. That was sweet.
Dave's gonna go hook
I'm
up
still
his.
not that lazy. The
Yeah.
Xbox controller has a power button that you can just turn it on there. I've never been like, hey Alexa, turn on my Xbox.
Right,
Well, making my hot pockets.
Make me
I want it to
coffee.
be. I want it to be warmed up.
Well, you turn on the Alexa or turn on your Xbox with the Alexa. You still have to turn on your controller
I know,
after the
that's
fact.
right?
Turn on my controller too. No, not the black.
While
one, the
you're
red
at
one.
it.
The red one.
Oh, damn it!
Let me sync
That's
it.
funny.
Sync my controller.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You don't have it.
just talking again. I'm sorry, but it's just like this is technology that nobody wants.
It
So,
just
like,
feels
I mean,
gimmicky.
I'm sure there's a couple people out there,
You know.
but
No,
it's
you
gimmicky
gotta
'cause it
you
connected
gotta
into it.
experiment. You
They
gotta
had this
try
in
new
Mass
things.
Effect 3. You could tell your squads. I'm like, like Rex, go left. like, I'm not. Could you imagine just like being into the game? Your wife would be looking at you like,
What the fuck's going on down there?
Coffee, just watching you, like, what the fuck?
Right.
Did I do?
She's upstairs. Who are you talking to? Talking to the.
play video games. And there's just
Shut
you in the
up!
dark
I'm talking to
corner
these
with Jen
zombies.
headset. Yeah, just talking. Just so corny. It's just quiet. You're wearing your headset. Hey. Hey.
Scare the shit out of people.
Come here.
Stupid.
You never know.
My neighbor's weird, dude. Just yells at his TV randomly. Hey, over here. No, over here.
Oh my
But yeah,
god.
we were playing Dead Island 2 because it just dropped on Game Pass. It's very cool looking. Like, we were blown away by the level design, the attention to detail. It takes place in Hollywood.
LA. Get it right.
LA. Yep. We just released Beverly Hills last night. We played a couple hours of it.
It's fun.
It's fun. I think it's more fun with friends for sure.
Absolutely. I played like 2 hours of it by myself. And I'm like, okay, it's fun, but it's way better with friends. Because you can do like combo attacks, working together to take down the big boys.
Everybody drop kicking people is hilarious.
So
Drop
fun.
kicking is
So fun.
zombies never gets old.
Yep.
Yes, it's worth playing the game just to go and do that with friends.
It's a very
it's like
solid B game. Like that's another example. Like it's a B game.
These AAA games are doing very well lately.
Yeah, it's not like you're not gonna get blown away by how good this game is,
Totally.
but it's fun. It's fun with friends. It's fun to fucking. It turns out it's still fun to kill zombies and beat their heads in with baseball
pretty
bats.
funny.
Or,
It's
The
the
writing's
environments.
not that bad.
the writing's not bad. Yeah, I was surprised.
No.
It's like Grand Theft Auto 5 meets Dead Island.
Mm-hmm.
Random panties rock star dude.
Yeah,
I think all three of us were laughing out loud at that.
panties man. Yep.
I think it's just fun to see like you get to see like the super rich lavish houses, except like you have that covered in blood and gore and it's kind of like vibe everywhere. Same thing
It's
you
a
got
good
from
setting.
the first one, where you're at like the resort. The resort was the best part of Dead Island 1. When you're walking like down beaches and stabbing dudes with beach umbrellas and like completely stupid shit, but you know, it's a fun environment to murder in.
Yeah, you're 1 minute you're like doing something in like a celebrity's mansion, which is really cool looking, right? Just awesome big ass mansion, and then like next to them lives like a house full of streamers living there, so they're just like rooms full of gamer chairs and like computer screens.
All the
and
environments,
TV,
the attention to detail in the
gear.
environments is really impressive for sure.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
really good.
I just kept walking around, just looking for shit, just checking it out. I'm like, man, the detail is on point. But they said that the game is not like an open world; it just has big areas, but you can only kind of navigate through these designated areas, which I appreciate honestly. If as long as they're big enough, you know, like this is all I need. I don't need repetitive visuals over and over again just for the sake of.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, it feels more crafted. Like, and there's the main objective always pointing you with the yellow marker towards it, but there's also like side quests that you can do, so you can go off the beaten path. You know, find some hidden stuff. But overall, it's fun. Especially, yeah, like you said, it's 100% better when you have a couple of buddies to go around
and
killing zombies.
We've the three of us have tried playing online co-op with games that have a story before, and this one did it.
I was
right.
very impressed with how they do co-op. Yeah, yeah, because it's
even
similar.
The drop-in part, like
Yeah,
even between levels where like we were going between screens essentially. You guys started playing. I was grabbing a drink. When I came back down and hit X to enter the world, it just plopped me right next to you guys. Like I didn't have to run to catch up halfway across the map.
There was one time I got
like, here, go fucking play.
One time I got disconnected. I popped out and then I connected, popped right back in to exactly where you guys were, and we just picked up right where we left off, like without skipping a beat. Like I was very impressed. It's some of the best co-op I've seen, and they do the thing where like, if you join up with other people, they start you at the point where the person who has progressed the least in the story, but you take your character along with you, so you bring all of the stuff you've unlocked, all of your perks, all of your weapons. You take all that shit with you, and all the stuff
electric Wolverine gloves.
Yeah, and all the stuff you get.
Borderlands that way.
And all the stuff you get in another person's game, you can just take back to your single player game too. So like, you have all of your stuff with your character, all of the story progression, and all of your weapons and gear is attached to your character, and you can take that into sessions or just play single player.
One of the big turnoffs I have with games that have co-op like this is I don't feel like we're playing a co-op game. I just feel like I'm playing next to you. This sounds like it's going to be hard to articulate, but an example is Elder Scrolls Online, where it's an MMO, but it's really not. At least it might have evolved since I've last played it, but when it came out, I had to talk to a quest giver, and then Eric would have to talk to a quest giver, and then Dave would. And then we would all go do the quest. And then we all had to come back and I hate that, because if we are in a party, the game says, do you want to be a party? When I'm in a party, I feel like there's a leader. The leader, one of us just talks to the quest giver, and then we all get experience and loot from it. What I liked about this game is Eric started a side quest, and we just hung out. We did the side quest. We fought zombies. We solved whatever it was, saved the person, and I don't have to do shit. I just love that I got credit for it. Like he was doing all the talking, and then at the very end it just says, quest completed, and I just got it because I'm just playing in this game with him, and that's what I like. Is I feel like I'm playing with you guys, and like, all right, as long as one of us is talking to the person or does the thing, we all don't have to do it. That feels like that makes sense. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is that there's 6 possible characters you can select, and somehow all 3 of us pick the same fucking
that's crazy
Elba sounding guy.
Yep. It's just 3 triplets running around smoking blunts, and
I like that. I like that though. We're like in our lore, we're all brothers going triplets going around surviving
We all say
the
the same
apocalypse.
thing when we see stuff. We all
I
say
love
the same
that.
thing when we walk into a building. It's just like echoes.
It makes it funnier
it.
in a way. Yeah, because it was
like
one of the places we went to was like the Hairpin Hotel, and we all went through like the the gate where he says like, oh, the Hairpin Hotel, oh, the Hairpin Hotel, 3 times.
20 seconds later, I'm coming from behind. Oh, the Hairpin Hotel.
There it is.
The one time like something happened, all 3 of us started talking at the same time. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yep.
But I will take that goofiness because they nailed everything else. So the game is better than I was expecting.
Definitely better than it.
I want to play it
has
again.
Any right to
I
be.
had a lot of fun with it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, definitely some of the best handled co-op that I've seen, because it can be convoluted sometimes. The way you start a session or the way the story progression works, but they did everything right with this game. So yeah, I would definitely be down to play it again.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going long here, but I got one left.
What is it?
It is Bluey, the video game. Did you guys play Bluey, the video game?
We tried playing it, and the Xbox was being weird. It was like game's not ready or something like that. But I had it installed, so
weird.
Anyways,
yeah.
So tell me about it.
So it's good. I mean, people were complaining that it's simple. It is simple. It's simple. It's short, but it's a kids game. And like this was
not made for us.
This was for me.
No,
it was a great experience. Just because I was playing with my son. He's 4, so he's just getting into video games.
Perfect.
This game is so simple. Like the controls are so simple. You're just walking around. You're interacting with things. He could do it himself. Like, so we were playing together co-op. I was Bandit, obviously. He was Bluey, and we were just going around doing these missions, finding collectibles. Really, all you do in the game is find collectibles. You can play these mini games, like Kippy Uppy or fucking Catch Chattermax or whatever, and those are fun. But yeah, he was like, the fun for me was just seeing how much fun he was having. Like, he was having an absolute blast. Like. He loves Bluey, and we all love Bluey in this household. So Bluey is like a staple. We always, we'll have it on in the background while we're playing or doing whatever. Yeah. So like, I'm really impressed with the way that they structured this game like a Bluey episode. So it really is like you're watching a new episode of Bluey, and because they have this whole story where they're on like holiday or whatever, and they have to find this old treasure map that Bandit and his brothers, you have to find each piece of the treasure map to find the treasure. So yeah, it's just fun. It was really fun. It was a really cool experience playing it with my son. So yeah, it's it's a very simple game. Like I said, it takes like an hour to beat the entire game. There's only 4 missions, but like it's fun to go around and in the environments, and collect all the stuff. So,
what were the boss fights like?
There was no boss fights.
Well, what level did you play it on? Did you play in story mode, or did you play it on hard?
There's no difficulties.
Hardcore.
No. Yeah, no difficult. No, yeah. The main mechanic, you're walking around these environments, you're collecting shit. Like that's really the game. But like seeing like the environments and stuff, like being able to walk around like the healer house and go into all the rooms, it's just cool, especially if you're a Bluey fan, So
right.
It's like when you play like the South Park games and you can walk around like town and walk through Cartman's house. It's like
yes,
I feel like I've been here before. Like, this is kind of weird being able to like look in here.
Interact with the cartoon, right?
Yeah, exactly. But
I'll try it again. We have it installed, but it wouldn't. Maybe we pre-installed it.
That could be it. Yeah,
could have been it.
Yeah, and it's up to 4-player co-op because you got four members of the healer family, so you can do 4-player.
So, other than like, I don't know, other than adding people, does the game change in any way if you add more people? Is there like more items to find? Or
no, not really. The one kind
it's just
of
the experience I've had for people.
Yeah, exactly. You're almost like role playing a little bit, Like I said, I was Bandit, so I was like the dad, doing what
Did you
Bandit
use
would
an
do.
accent? Did you talk in an accent when you were talking to your kid?
Oh yeah, Bluey, get over here.
Yeah, crikey, you can't do that.
Come on, mate, don't do that. Yeah, right.
Biscuits.
Oh, biscuits. Yeah, exactly. No,
Oh,
yeah,
fantastic.
no, it was fun. Definitely recommend it if you have young kids. Like if your kids are a little bit older, I know your guys' kids are a little bit older. They might not get as much out of this game as someone a little younger,
my 5-year-old is into Minecraft
but
Yeah,
so
sweet.
much. My older one loves like Roblox and VR, like
Mhm.
Gorilla Type, but my little one, he loves Minecraft and he just wants to build. He's just building towers. It was hilarious. Last night, he was like, "Daddy, watch this." He built this giant tower of TNT barrels or whatever, and then he just blew them up and he just followed them down as they blew up. And I was just like, he's just
That's
making stuff
awesome.
and destroying
my-
stuff. And
Yeah.
It's my little homie. I
he's
like
like
that
going on
kid.
YouTube and he's watching channels where they make something and he copies it. So it's just
Mhm.
like, so
Dude,
he's like
that's awesome.
creating
That's
these
cool, yeah.
giant characters. Like they're massive statues. Like when I'm
Mhm.
saying big, they're like he's going as big as he can, and he just goes back and forth, and just no time is not an issue for this kid.
Right.
He gets home, goes to the bathroom, and he hops on and he just crushes an hour, snacking, just making art. And I'm like, it's winter time, like I inside me, I'm like, I don't want you to be on video games all the time, but like, I can do dishes right now. I can get dinner ready.
Yeah.
And you're playing a video game, but you're being
Right.
creative. Like that's
Exactly.
that I'm allowing him kind of playing like 2 hours easily.
Yeah, it's not like
throughout the night.
mindless, garbage.
No.
It's like it's
Start
doing something.
teaching him about redstone circuits, and he can start making like things. And watch
Well,
him
he just learned about secret doors and like
I-
buttons and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's exact stuff. Like it's
Okay.
there's so much random weird stuff that you can do, and it's like playing with Legos when you were a kid.
But
like
it's funny because like my older son and his friend who's even a little bit older, they've been getting into Minecraft now, and like they'll go in and they'll make stuff, and they're all just getting back into it. And I'm like, it warms my heart because it's like modern day Legos. Let's
Mhm,
be honest,
yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's just like they're not killing and they're not trying to beat somebody and knock somebody out or win in a race. There's no competition. It's just like, dude, let's just make art, and
just-
just hang out and just make cool shit together. I'm like,
Play in its
"Oh,
purest
yeah."
form.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
eventually
it's
I
great.
want to get my son into Minecraft. Eventually when he's ready for it, but because he is
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
obsessed with Lego, so like I feel like he would
Okay.
love Minecraft. Like all we
I
do is
bought a
play with
game-
Legos.
I bought a game last night, right? I haven't even tried it yet, but it got really good reviews. It was on sale. It's like the Lego game. Oh my god.
Is it like that
Is it
artistic
Lego
one?
Worlds? Like the Minecraft?
Not Worlds, Dave.
Not Worlds?
Dave's what I'm
Okay.
talking about. Dave, what was that one? It's like
I forget what it's called.
it's like super high detail.
yeah.
and
Oh,
it's-
Builder's
you're making-
Journey? Or is it the other one? There's another one. I think I know what you're talking about. If that's on sale, I'll pick it up.
I think it's Builder's Journey.
Maybe that kind of sounds right.
It does look
Yeah.
like the high def Lego stuff.
Yeah, it's just floating around, and you're just kind of making like a forest or a bridge
Yeah.
or whatever. You're just making like really cool things. They say it's only a couple hours, but they say it's beautiful, very relaxing.
I played,
It's like a minor.
I know I played Builder's Journey on like Apple Arcade and I really enjoyed it. But there is another one, but I forget what the name of it. But no, if that's on sale, I'll definitely check it.
I think it is Builder's Journey.
I'm
Builder's
gonna have
Journey.
to-
It is.
Okay. Yeah, Builder's Journey.
Yeah.
Builder's Journey was good. I like that. I like that game a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just like pumped. I'm like it looks nice. And I think the kids will like that one too. Or even the wife maybe.
It's like,
Like sometimes it's just
definitely.
like get like a sketchbook out and color like or get like one of those books where you just color in the thing. Like sometimes it's just nice to just make something, like do a puzzle.
Right.
You
It's
know,
like I don't know. It's like therapy
Shit.
for your brain.
you guys are killing me today. This is on sale for $7.
Get
Yeah,
it,
that's
dude.
why I
It's
got
it's worth it. It's worth it. It's only
Yeah.
like a couple hours.
$7?
Yeah.
Dude, a Whopper at Burger King is $7.99 or something like that. So
So I bought in Lego Builder's Journey, and I've also downloaded and installed Balatro.
There you go.
Damn,
So-
Dave. There you go.
Thank you guys for ruining my life with new
got it.
video games.
You
that
got
I'm
it.
totally gonna love.
Anytime.
Well, speaking of kid stuff, before we jump off here, I got into a kids thing too. My kid has loved Pokemon for I don't know how long because it's just a hot shit at school.
Oh yeah, who
Like,
doesn't
our
love
kids just love
Pokemon?
trading cards, and he started watching.
He's at the age where it's like all the kids are playing.
It's
at his
crack.
age.
It's crack. He doesn't know how to
Yeah.
play though. He doesn't. He just collects the cards. He doesn't actually play with
Most
them.
kids can
Mhm.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah. But he started watching. Eric, you probably would know this. It's Pokemon Indigo League. It's the first season.
Oh yeah,
of
that's
Pokemon.
the original anime. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're watching that. I'm about halfway through it with him. And he's just watching it constantly. Comes home from
Dude,
school, grabs a snack,
watched
throws on some Pokemon.
like,
I'm like-
all of it when I was a kid. It's great.
So I just learned about Squirtle Squad today. Fucking
Squirtle Squad's
with the
good.
sunglasses
Oh,
on.
yeah.
That motherfucker. That dude can, he can pump some shit.
So you're watching this with them?
Just like here and there, like I'll go in there and I'll sit in the room with him while he's watching it, and I'll just hang out and watch an episode of Pokemon. And
Dude,
like,
it's
I don't know.
it's good.
I never got into it as a kid. I
Is
was
it?
too old
Okay.
for it when it came out.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and it's nice to just kind of share something with the kid. So I
Yeah.
kind of just jumped into
Mhm.
watching Pokemon episodes, which is weird. I don't know.
My 5-year-old watches Smurfs now and then. The new
Ooh,
Smurfs.
okay.
I've watched that, and it's not that bad.
New Smurfs, you say?
I
Yeah.
didn't know there was
Yeah.
new Smurfs.
Yeah, Netflix has a Smurfs show,
Huh.
so, but it's just more
I know it's a show.
characters. But it's well done. It's pretty funny.
The new movies were fairly good too. Like,
I didn't think I watched the movies, but kids
little-
kids
they're
shows have
funny,
come a
but-
long way. But there's trash. Like my
Oh, yeah.
my 5-year-old also discovers YouTube and he's making the art things, which is fine. But he also watches people just do skits, and the voices are just so annoying.
yeah.
Like they'll have like a cat that talks. It's like, oh, we're gonna build a tower and we're gonna put an aquarium in there. What do you think about it, Chico? Oh my god, like Chico's gonna make his
Oh
own
my god, I
No.
want to kill you. Stop it.
And I'm just like, I
Make
can't.
it stop. Make it stop.
And it's so loud. But like the stuff he's making is really cool. So I'm like, so I turned the volume down.
Can't blame you there.
Anywho,
That's it.
Also,
I started playing
Blue
Elden
Samurai.
Ring again.
yeah,
Blue Eye
okay.
Samurai. I heard
I
good
was gonna
things
say
about that one.
the anime. I watched the first episode. It's good. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Elden Ring is still good.
Elden
very
Ring is still
pretty.
good. Yeah.
DLC's coming
Hard,
out.
hard to get back into. That's why
I
I'm
bet.
trying.
Coming
I'm
out.
trying to pound my way through the last quarter of the game. I think.
Hmm.
Not even. Maybe a fifth or a sixth of the game. I just gotta put my head down and get through it.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's such a good game, and it's I don't know. It looks so good. I'm kind of shocked at how good it is when I go back into it. Like just the
Right. Cool
detail
art-
that they put
cool
into
art
that
direction.
fucking
Mhm.
world is
Mhm.
ridiculous. So
Maybe someday. I
That's-
played like 30 hours of Elden Ring and I just fell off.
Wow.
Man. Yeah.
Good shift.
Yeah. I know. There's so many games I want to get back to. Ghost of Tsushima, I never finished.
Oh,
Played like 30 hours of that too, but I never finished it.
right. I'm
ugh.
like I gotta go fight the final boss, and I'm like, another day. I do
Right.
that all the time.
I know.
I go and do like the DLC
just
island.
don't want to
and then
say
I just
goodbye.
find- Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like forever in the backlog. Like someday I'll get to it, you know.
Because if you know
Yeah.
that if you do finish it, like you're never gonna play that game again. So
Exactly.
you're like you're just kind of you're closing that
Right.
chapter of
Especially
your
the
life.
long
Keeping it
ones,
on the
because-
hook. Yeah.
Because I'll play Portal again. I'll play the first Mirror's Edge again. There's short like Firewatch. I'll play again. Like some short games I know I can get in and play because it's like a couple nights and I'm
Oh,
done.
speaking of Portal, you just triggered something. I haven't played it yet, but I downloaded Portal Revolution, which is a user-made story like expansion mod for Portal 2, and it's like 8 hours of new content and new puzzles and shit. And like I've heard incredible things about it, so I have it downloaded
voicing
on my
the
Steam Deck.
AI.
I don't know.
Who's doing
I
the
don't know
AI?
anything about it
Wow.
other than like it's a
That's like
fan. It's a fan-made mod that's like 8 hours
Okay.
of new Portal puzzles. So
Damn. Okay.
I'm
That's
gonna-
awesome. Let us know.
yeah, I'll play that and I'll let you know on the next catch up.
Okay.
I have it downloaded on my
Sweet.
Steam Deck.
Well.
I just haven't started it yet.
Right.
But all right, you guys got anything else, or should we wrap her up?
It is.
No, I'm ready to go play some Balatro.
All right, yeah, that's probably how I'll end my night too. But all right, so we'll end it here. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at Nomads of Fantasy on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow us at The Nomads of Fantasy on TikToks, youtube.com/@Nomads of Fantasy, twitch.tv/Nomads of Fantasy, nomadsoffantasy.com/Discord if you want to join our Discord. Keep it short and sweet. That's all I got for you. And until next month, safe travels, Nomads.
Peace out. Peace out.